Prepare to enter the void. Hey Tim, you're just blocking the camera. Shut up! Alright, I got a match here with void00xinc or something. That's his YouTube name. But anyway, we have a standard battle here. I lead with Gengar, he leads with Ampharos. And right off the bat, I don't want to take a Thunderbolt, so I go into Claydol, you know, who, he obviously resists it, or is immune to it. So I set up the Stealth Rocks, because I'm pretty sure he's going to switch. He goes out into his own Claydol and sets up the Reflect as I switch. And I go into Gengar and Shadow Ball it. It's almost going to KO the Claydol, but unfortunately he's going to be able to set up the Stealth Rocks before he dies. Now, I could have used Rapid Spin with my Claydol pretty much all game, but never really got around to it, unfortunately. So I go for the Shadow Ball on his Claydol, he dies. He goes into an Umbreon now, and he Confuse Rays me. I was kind of hoping he'd go for like the payback or something because I went for the counter, but yeah, this is my old counter Gengar that I used yesterday. It's really cool. I'm really enjoying it a lot. So I go into Scizor now because he already saw the counter. I didn't think he'd go for the attack move, but he actually does. He goes for the feint attack, I guess hoping for the Confuse to hit. I go for the U-turn, but because there's Reflect, it does even less than half, which is wow. So I go into Metagross. He goes for the Moonlight basically to heal himself, and that's pretty cool on his part, so he gets back to full health. And I really don't know. I don't really think he can do a whole lot except for Confuse me, and I just kind of want to waste turns because I just want to get rid of that Reflect because it's kind of screwing me over right now. So I go for the Agility, he goes for the Confuse Ray, so I'm confused. And I don't even know what he's going to do, so I decide just to Meteor Mash. I mean, why not? I mean, even with Reflect, it's a pretty powerful move. He goes into an Arcanine, I actually do end up hitting it with Meteor Mash, and that does about 25% with the Reflect up, and finally the Reflect breaks. So I really don't want to hurt myself in my confusion, so I go into Houndoom thinking he'll go for the Fire-type move. And, yeah, I decide to predict the switch and go Will-O-Wisp, because I was thinking that Arcanine might be Scarfed or something, because, you know, I guess hoping to outspeed Metagross. So he goes out into this guy, and I end up getting a burn off on that, and thankfully Synchronize doesn't activate because I'm a fire type. And I have the Flash Fire, so I go for the Flamethrower, and it ends up doing a lot. And he poisons me with Toxic, which is pretty bad for me, but I think he's going to go out in Arcanine now, predicting another Flamethrower, so he can get his own Flash Fire off, because I noticed this is a Flash Fire Arcanine, because he doesn't have Intimidate. So I go for the Dark Pulse, figuring Dark Pulse will probably KO Umbreon at that point anyway. And that ends up being pretty awesome because I take out the Arcanine, which is really good. So he goes back into Ampharos, and I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower. He's actually a Scarf Ampharos, and he thought he might be able to kill me with Signal Beam, and he was going for it just in case I went into Claydol. But I survived with 12 hit points. So unfortunately for him, his Scarf Ampharos goes down, and Houndoom gets taken down with the Life Orb, but wow, Houndoom just went ballistic. I mean, he just took out like 3 of his pokes. That was like amazing. So he goes out into a Mamoswine. I go into Flygon, which is like a horrible switch for me, because I know he's going to Ice Shard. So I go out into Scizor, kind of to take the Ice Shard. I really don't know what he's going to do, so I decide to go for the Superpower, figuring it'll KO the Mamoswine. He ends up going into Umbreon, who gets taken down to the Stealth Rocks. So that's actually pretty good because I don't get the attack and defense drop. But now he goes into Slowbro, his last guy who I haven't seen yet, and obviously I don't want to superpower this. So I go out into Gengar, he goes for the Calm Mind, and I believe now is the perfect time to show off Gengar, what the other trick Gengar has up in his sleeve, and that's Destiny Bond. So I go for the Destiny Bond, he goes for the Psychic, and that worked out perfectly for me. So he takes me down with Psychic, but Destiny Bond's going to take out his Slowbro too. So counter Destiny Bond Gengar is pretty sweet. And then, of course, I have Shadow Ball and Focus Blast to do damage to things who aren't going to attack me. So I go out into Metagross, because I know he has the last poke being, what's it called? Mamoswine. I try to finish him off with Meteor Mash if I miss, and he's going to be able to take me out with Earthquake, unfortunately, which kind of blows. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because I could have finished him off with Metagross or Scizor, so now I'm just going to go into Scizor for the win, but it's still kind of annoying that I missed with Bullet Punch, or sorry, Meteor Mash. So now I'm going to Bullet Punch. He tries Ice Shard for the crit, but even a crit wouldn't kill me, so I'm just going to Bullet Punch for the win. So good game, Void. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Check out his channel, link in the description. Pretty fun match. See you guys next time. Alright. Peace out, dudes. Bye. Alright guys, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite poison type? I actually used my favorite poison type in this battle, who is Gengar. I guess that's kind of cheating, but there really are no poison types that I particularly like. And Gengar is part poison, so it's a legitimate answer. So, leave a comment about your favorite poison type, and rate, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.